what downtown Crystal City looked like as we rolled into the area. It seemed like a scene out of a disaster movie. Literally, cars crashed and abandoned in intersections, people running in all directions in the streets and sidewalks, acrid smoke hanging low in the air. And perhaps the most telling sight and the most vivid memory I have of that was that of a woman, an office worker dressed very well, and she was sitting on the curb on Crystal Drive with her head in her hands and sobbing uncontrollably as the crowd swirled around her. I remember that image as if it occurred yesterday. As it turns out, there was no fire in Crystal City. Panic had temporarily set in, and an office worker, smoke had been taken into the building that he was in, and he assumed his building was on fire when in fact it was the fire in the Pentagon. From there, we worked with Arlington County, and we filled the Roslyn station, which is Station 110, for the next 36 hours. During that time, I had the privilege of responding with a number of other jurisdictions who had flooded into the area to assist Arlington County and respond to their everyday emergencies while they dealt with matters at the Pentagon. It was an extremely busy period, including several working fires, and we made numerous runs that took us past the Pentagon during that time period. And every time we passed, I was in awe at the amount of damage, chaos, and destruction. But I was also proud to see that out of that chaos arose order. As the firefight and the search for victims in the rubble continued, a unified command post of fire, police, and military personnel organized the response and recovery efforts. Urban search and rescue teams from Fairfax County and Montgomery County, Maryland were summoned to the scene. Disaster relief agencies swung into action, and indeed, the recovery had started before the initial incident had ended.